Welcome to the show, Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Light 365. We have Raleigh, North Carolina's own. Had her time in the Bay Area, currently in Atlanta. Goes by the name of Klondike Blonde. What's going on? Welcome to the show, Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Light 365, iHeartRadio, Klondike. What is going on?
Just vibing. I like your hat.
Yeah, I had to throw this on. I always represent in my interviews wherever the artist is from. I make sure to represent.
I love it. Appreciate that. Thank
Of
you.
course. You're right in Atlanta right now?
Yep.
Yeah. I know
I've been
you
here.
moved out there and got serious.
Yeah, it got real serious.
Sneaky Link, that's a new song.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling about it and the traction that it's been getting?
It's been a vibe, cause I've been in Atlanta for 5 years, like I said, and I never really experienced the club life and the music life out here. So that's really where the record came from and the reason for it. So it's been a vibe. It's been going up in the clubs out here. We turned up in Dallas. It's been lit.
It's been lit. You took a break for a while as well, especially from collaborations. What did you learn from this break and how did you become a better artist during this time?
Yeah, I took a long break because of personal reasons, but I guess what I learned was just, I don't know, you have to take things day by day and, you got to grind for what you want. Can't nobody help you. You got to do it by yourself. You feel me?
That's a fact. Did you feel as though that you were going too fast? That's why you had to take a break?
No, I didn't feel like that at all. The pace was going really well. I had just had, a tragedy in my family. So that's really why I took a break for mental, personal reasons. But it was nothing like that. Everything was going pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to get right into the beginning of this, being from Raleigh, North Carolina. How long were you there for? Because you actually went out to the Bay Area. I think it was in middle school and high school. So you were there for a couple years?
So, yeah, I was born in Raleigh, and then I moved to the Bay Area when I was 12. And then I moved back to Raleigh as soon as I turned 18. And then I moved to Atlanta when I was 19. So it was everywhere.
I know your influences come from all over the place, from Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Where would you say your main hip hop influences come from, being that you were all over the country, being so young?
Like I had mentioned, when I was in Raleigh, I really looked up to Bone Thugs and Harmony and just people like that. And then moving to the Bay, being out there, I got introduced to a lot of Bay Area music, like Mac Dre, just a bunch of, the regular people like that.
E40.
Yeah, E40, shit like that. And I think that's where my music influence comes from too, because it's I could be a gangster, but I also know how to have that Cali vibe with it.
Yeah. You could definitely tell that from the music and listening here, and it just starting and drip exploded all through YouTube and social media, and it's still going. It's still going, especially on TikTok too.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty weird, but
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you have a do you have a song in the bank right now that you think that's going to surpass that?
I do. I'm actually shooting some content to it today, so it'll be on my TikTok this week. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I was just about to say that I have a drip record on crack right now in the vault, and it's coming.
Is this single or is this a collaboration on it as well?
It's a single for now. We'll see what happens.
I think it's always important to focus on yourself and then get the collaborations on, because a lot of artists sometimes always fall back on the collaborations and you don't really develop yourself as an artist.
Exactly. See, you get it. Facts.
Yeah. During your time in middle school, you were actually sneaking out of classes in order to get some recording in.
So yeah, this is actually high school. So for half of the day, I went to this alternative school where it was a career course or whatever. And we didn't have a teacher in our class. I was taking a videography class actually, and we didn't have a teacher in our class for the entire year. And in the back of the videography building, there was a whole ass recording studio. So that's where I would sneak off to every single day for 4 hours, because the class was 4 hours long. We didn't have a teacher, so I'm like, fuck that. I'm back here with it. So yeah, I had taught myself how to record and all types of stuff like that. That's why I recorded my first ever freestyle too at that school.
Wow. And then you eventually went on to make your own songs and posted them on SoundCloud, Love Letter. That's how you hooked up with Will and Tam. And
Yep.
how did you find out about them hearing your record? Did they tell you?
No, I had one of their clients I knew introduced me to them at the time.
And then you played them the record, and that's when they decided to take you on as a management.
Yep, and then they introduced me to Jazzy Faye, and then that's how Drip was created, actually, with Jazzy.
the legendary Jazzy Faye. And what's something that you learned from him from working? Because I know you have a great relationship with him.
I've learned a lot with him vocally because he really taught me how to use my voice in different ways that I hadn't like used it before. Because I'm low key like tone deaf a little bit. So he really just taught me like how to finesse my voice. And then he just showed me like I said, like what true grind is because he's been in the game for a long time. So yeah.
That's interesting. I've read about artists being tone deaf and them learning how to count the beats. Was there difficulty there and staying on beat?
To this day, it's not like even staying on beat. It's just like I don't know. I literally sometimes I have to re-record like 50 times because I know when I need to start it, but it just won't happen. So yeah, I still have trouble with it, but like I said, I just know how to like finesse it a little bit. And then like when I'm in the booth, I'll like need to be looking at a screen to catch it. Fun fact.
From there, with your management, you were signed to Hitco,
Hmm.
LA Reid's Hitco, and then you're not with them anymore.
No, I'm not because we had like a deal with Drip and Love Letter, but then like I said, I had the little break or whatever from music in general, so we just parted ways. Like it was nothing, no bad blood. LA is still my dog.
Are you looking to sign a deal currently with a major, or right now it's just staying independent and just getting your own bag?
I mean, that is the move, staying independent, getting my own bag. I'm not opposed to anything though, but I'm also not pressing anything. Like whatever happens, happens.
I'm sure it will. I know people, like you said, independent is the wave right now. But do you think that majors, there's still some beneficial factors to sign into a major because everyone's so keen on being independent?
I would say benefits of being with a major is that they have like the corporate part down packed. Like they know like the press runs, they know like the media, how to like how to really get like push a record, push an album, push an artist. They have that down packed. So that is a big benefit of being with the record label. Like when I was with Hitco, like they had me everywhere with all the interviews, all the out there, everything. So yeah.
Mhm. No Smoke was an important record, and I remember you being outspoken about this is a better version of yourself. What was it that you had to change and mature? Was there a certain characteristic that you noticed that you had to just level up and mature on?
It was nothing like specific. It was just literally growing up. Like I was, young and dumb, and then I just grew up and became smarter and wiser about my decisions. So yeah, it was nothing specific. It was just part of growing up.
I remember reading
Oh,
an article too, like back in the day, and just seeing when doing my research that you were really going against the medium blogs because they were always clickbaiting against female artists when they're pitted against each other as well.
oh yeah, yeah. I did mention that in another interview. It's just crazy. I think that it's kind of slowed down now because I actually see like a lot of female artists like supporting each other and collaborating and stuff. So I think it's getting a little better, in my opinion. But it was a thing for a long time. Like they were literally like, if there's two female rappers, oh, they must be beefing, they must be in competition, they must be this. Like it doesn't always have to be like that. You know what I mean?
It's definitely changed up some, but there's still some people out there that you got to watch out for. And there's always everyone always focuses on the negativity, especially now with cancel culture. Someone can get canceled so
Oh,
easily right now.
yeah, it's very freaking true. They cancel you over any and everything now. You gotta watch out. They will dig back to fucking 2006 to see what you just said and cancel.
Yeah. Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
exactly. They'll probably dig back to like family members' lives and find something, be like, oh, you got to cancel her too.
exactly. It's so fucking funny.
Unbelievable. I just there's benefits to social media, then there's the downfalls of it, and the cancel culture is definitely a downfall.
Yeah, a lot of downfalls.
I want to get into your alter ego, Griselda Blanco. What was it that you felt a certain way in which you felt as though that was your alter ego? How did you relate to her?
So like I don't know if you ever seen Cocaine Cowboys 2. It was all about her. I had watched it, I want to say right after high school, actually, when I was developing my artist era. So it was like perfect timing. And I don't know, her story just really inspired me because of the fact of how just like strong and like ruthless she was. Like she didn't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. Like she made everything happen for herself any way she had to. So that was just very inspiring. She's just so strong. And she's Colombian and my family's from Venezuela, half my family. So
I did hear about that, about your family life, and unfortunately, you weren't around your mom much growing up, and you live with your father. I heard.
yeah, I did. Yeah, my dad raised me until I was 12, and then that's when I met my mom when I
Yeah.
moved to. So yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. And how did that, because most of the time when I speak with artists, the mother's usually always present when you hear about certain family
Right.
issues. So how was it having a father but not having your mother until meeting her at the age of 12?
I loved it. It was so cool because like I don't know, it was just I don't know, I felt protected and it was just I think it built me who I am today too. Like we were always just playing video games, like doing like little tomboy stuff. I was a tomboy, and then I had all brothers, all uncles, all boy cousins. So it wasn't a problem with me at all. I like it. Me and my dad have a great relationship, as well as my mom too. But I liked it. He never hid anything from me because my dad, he was a gangster too. He never hid anything from me, and I appreciate that because when you're exposed to stuff younger, you don't like really give a fuck about it when you get older. Like I'm not gonna be like, let me go try crack, see what that's like, because I've seen some crackheads OD type shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
I heard like when you were 5 years old, you saw someone with a needle in their arm in a
Oh
bed.
yeah, like I've seen some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So like yeah.
And the good thing is that that situation, when you were exposed to it, that deterred you away from it.
Well, yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah, that's
it did.
important.
Before that though, like just being like around my uncles and them giving me the real since that young age, like why would I ever want to expose myself to
Yeah.
that?
No.
So
No,
yeah.
no, absolutely not. And with the alter ego and Griselda Blanco, do you think that alter egos have something to do with like when someone comes back as far as reincarnation? You feel as though there's a reincarnation factor to an alter ego?
Um, excuse me, I actually never thought that deep about it. No, so I can't say that I have, but I could see that though. I might have to, research it, but I could see it.
Do you think everyone has an alter ego?
Uh, maybe. I don't know. Do you have an alter ego?
Sometimes I do. I remember like being in college when I was first doing my interview, especially when I had Dave East in the studio, because Dave East was my favorite rapper. And I remember just because that was like my first interview to really put me on the map in the interview game. I just felt like someone was controlling me. Like when Beyonce says Sasha Fierce, that she says
Oh,
she's Sasha Fierce on stage, like I felt as though that I had someone inside of me like
okay, yeah.
controlling me that day.
Okay, so you do have a little alter ego. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's like reincarnation or nothing like that, but I just think it is something that just like takes over for a second. You know what I mean? Not on the like weird possessed shit, but just, Cause like me, I'm not shy, but I just don't really say too much. But as soon as like I'm on stage or I have to be like, that person, it just clicks in for me. So
So it clicks in for you, your alter ego, especially when you're a performer as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I get on stage and I see all these people, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I could do this. But then it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Blanc.
the switch comes on.
Exactly.
Oh, we got to get into some of your influences here and people that you want to work with. As I mentioned before, Lil Kim, you actually ran into her and she knew who you were.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because my manager actually saw her first and she said, we were in LA. She said, that's little Kim. Like, you need to go talk to her. And I was like, that's little Kim? Like, what? Da-da-da. So, like, I go over there. And at first, like, her security was like, what are you doing? Da-da-da. And then, she looked over and she said, Klondike, I know you. My daughter listens to you. Da-da-da. And I was like, what? So, yeah, it was a really cool interaction. And she still, like, follows me and supports me to this day. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
big time.
yeah, super big time.
Mhm.
But yeah, you said as far as like collabs, who I want to work with right now.
Well, I was just going to dissect each one with you because
Uh,
Katy Perry's one on that list too.
yeah, I feel like I don't know what you're reading. I feel like this that information is like a little older, but no, Katy Perry. She was like I like my music taste was so broad. Like I would go from listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony to listening to Katy Perry, Avril Lavigne, like real like shit you wouldn't expect me to listen to. But yeah, that's why I said like I would collab with the artists like that though. Like I want to work with Justin Bieber. I want to work with No Cap. Like my options go like everywhere.
Coil Ray, I heard.
Yeah, we would make some fire for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Tell me, when can we expect this upcoming project? Because I know that you're going to be rolling out some singles here, but I know that your fans, when you look in the comments, they always want to see when's the upcoming project, when's the EP, and it's always been talked about for a while. And is this
I
going to be the year?
It is gonna be the year. I think he promised. But I'm definitely gonna drop at least 2 singles within the next few months, I wanna say. But there'll definitely be a project this year. I can't let another year go by without it. So y'all got it.
No, you can't. Especially when I look at the comments too, and you look up to Kanye West as well, and everyone's always calling, I want the old Kanye back. What is it when you see when people say, I want the old Klondike back? How would you respond to that?
Um, I've actually I've responded to fans in my DMs because they be going off of me. They're like, I don't know who you are anymore, da da da. But I'm like, they have to understand when I came in the game, I was 18 years old. I'm 25 now. So like naturally I grow up and like things change, about a person. So but at the end of the day, like the old Klondike or whatever, she's still here. It's just that she has more sauce to her too. Like there's more versatility to her now. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I said I am giving them that record that I have. That's a drip on crack. I'm doing a little, my little melodic shit is gonna be out too. But at the end of the day, we all have to grow and, you know, level up.
Mhm. If you had to do a song, a remix with Bone Thugs and Harmony that you would love to add your own drip to, which record would it be?
So I forgot what the heck the name is called. Oh shit. I forgot what the name of the song is called. But, a fun fact too, when I was in high school doing all that stuff, my rap name was Thugsta because of Bone Thugs and Harmony. And it was the song, If I Could Teach the Whole Wide World to Be a Thug in Harmony. I would love to remake that because that would be fire. Like if we made like the beat a little more melodic and then we just kept that part, yeah, it would definitely be that song. And I'm pretty sure it's called If I Could Teach the World.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. And you could definitely remix that, and you've had a lot of influence from that, especially when you music, when you listen to the melodic. Have you had the chance to run into any members of Bone Thugs because they're still active? They're still releasing albums.
I know, no, I haven't actually. I haven't got a chance to run into them. I think I had an opportunity though a few years ago, but I forgot. I think I was occupied somewhere else, but I haven't had a chance to meet any of them yet. No.
Yeah, I know Crazy and Busy Bone. They're still active, dropping albums recently.
Really?
Quality, yeah, quality hip hop albums.
I didn't even know that. I have to
Yeah,
is
look, that's because the mainstream doesn't promote the legends anymore.
exact is
They
it together?
they keep them hidden.
Are they like separate projects or they did them
Yeah,
together?
they're like separate projects, but I think we could expect the Bone Thugs album again. I think so because they anytime I hear them, they're always going on tours. I don't think they're broken up. They're always going on tours together and performances. So I think
Okay.
we'll get one eventually again.
Well, that would be exciting.
Yeah, we got to get the feature in though, featuring Klondike.
Exactly. Exactly. Look, Will, if you're watching, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Klondike, because we had to get into the story behind your name because this was something that you basically just came up as like a joke. It was whatever was going on in the moment.
I was high.
Yeah.
I was really high. And I was uploading my first song to SoundCloud. And I just simply didn't want to put it under like my government name. And this was like a little after, the whole Thugsta phase. So I didn't want to be Thugsta no more either. So yeah, I was just really high. I had just cut all my hair off because I used to have like long, pretty hair. I had just cut it off, dyed it blonde. So I'm uploading this song. I'm looking in the mirror and it's just Klondike Blondes. Fuck it. And I just typed it in and it wasn't even gonna be anything that was gonna like remain. But Love Letter did what it did. And then as people like started, you know, introducing themselves to me, they'll just be like Klondike, Klondike, Klondike. I'm like, okay, fuck it. So and it actually works. Like I really like Klondike Blonde. Like I think it fits like my image and everything that's going on really well.
It does, and then marketability is a main thing in as far as music goes, especially in the entertainment industry, because it's gotten you this far right now. And sometimes when artists, that may be why sometimes they don't go a long way because their name doesn't match their image,
Right. Facts. That is true.
and that works for you perfectly. Klondike, is there anything else that you want to let the audience know, your fans know that we didn't cover here in the interview?
No, other than be on the lookout for this TikTok that's coming up because y'all have been asking for this type of record and I'm finally about to put it out for you.
Is this
That's it.
going to be the relatable track that you've been speaking about recently in past interviews? That you want to start releasing some more relatable records, personal, more mature?
So the one that I'm talking about right now, no, but what you can expect to be on the project is definitely some relatable tracks. I've been working on a lot of those. I feel like my story just needs to be told.
Drip on crack is what we're getting next, though. That's for sure.
But y'all are getting next though.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go viral. Klondike, I want to thank you for coming on the show here tonight. Shout out to El Nice for connecting us and setting up this interview. Keep going and block out all the negativity. Who cares about what people think as far as the old Klondike? And all it matters is the now and the future. That's it.
Facts.
Yep. And let them know they can follow you on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok and all that.
Everywhere is at Klondike
Klondike
Blonde.
Blonde. All right, Klondike.
For having me.
Of course, anytime you need any promo, you want to come on, talk about the upcoming project, I'd be more than happy to have you on.
Okay, for sure. I appreciate that.
No doubt. Enjoy the rest of your night. Take care. Stay safe. All right.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you.